Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the Weekend Test Kitchen with Big Steve. I'm Big Steve. Today, for the test kitchen, we're going to be doing white chicken chili. I've made lots of chili. Some would say the best chili ever made. I would probably agree with them. But I've never made it with chicken, and I've never made a white chili. Some people don't even think that's chili, but they're not right. So anyway, today we're going to be making white chicken chili. It all starts with prepping and rotisserieing a chicken. Most recipes I look at say just go to the store and buy a rotisserie chicken, but it's twice as expensive, and I have a rotisserie, so it's kind of fun. Anyway, so in a minute we're going to be prepping up the chicken, throwing it in the rotisserie, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, we're back. What's new? Chicken. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and season up the chicken, get him all trussed up, get him on the rotisserie sticks, and put him in the rotisserie. And so one of the things that I hate is touching raw meat. So I just use these gloves. Sometimes it's really neat because these gloves break when I put them on because I have great big clubs for hands. I didn't plan that. But, so this allows me to go ahead and just mess with the chicken, and then I don't have to wash my hands. I just take the thing off and then I can move on to the next piece. So these gloves are a little bit old. I've had them for a while, so maybe that's why they break. Maybe it's not because I have great big caveman hands. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't expect this to take quite so long. So yeah, we just took a vacation last week. You'll notice our refrigerator here. There's 8 new magnets on there. Shiny buffalo head nickel to anybody who can tell me which are the 8 new ones. Anyway, we had a great trip. There's a saying that one of Becky's favorite people has. It said, "The mountains are calling and I must go." Well, they did, and we went. There's another saying that might not be quite as well known. It says, "My job is also calling and I must go back." And so it did, and we did, and now we're here in the kitchen instead of outside cooking again. So I got the chicken. I took all the giblets and all that stuff out. We're going to dry them up. And I saw a trick one time recently, and I've never tried it, but I'm going to try it this time. You just kind of poke a little wooden spoon or a wooden handle underneath the skin here. And I'm going to stick some pats of butter under here for while we're doing the rotisserie, while we're rotisserieing, and see if that doesn't help us keep things nice and juicy and awesome. So we'll stick a couple pats of butter under here and see how that goes. It's a test kitchen, so we'll report on the results later. So the whole recipe for today is chicken, and then we have some veggies over here that we're going to get into a little bit later. We're going to be making white chicken chili. We're going to do some tortilla strips. You can, because everybody says, you know, get some chips to serve it with or whatever. So we're going to do some just like tortillas. We're going to cut them up and spray some olive oil on them and some kosher salt. We're going to bake them, make them nice and crispy, and maybe that'll go kind of nice in there. I don't know. We'll see. So, okay, got this on here. We're going to truss them up. I'm going to put them on my rotisserie rods here, and we're going to season them. Now, there are a lot of people who know how to take the string and like truss up a chicken real nice. And if that's you, you can just shut up because I don't know how to do it, and I feel like you're showing off. I went and bought a bunch of these. These are really cool. Just put them in here like this. Snap him in and pull him tight. Of course, you want to get all the things you want to, hold together. Why do we truss the chicken or anything like that? I guess there's several reasons. One of them is so that it cooks more evenly. I guess I've heard that. You want it to cook nice and even when it's in the rotisserie. For me, another reason is because it's in a rotisserie, and it's a pretty small rotisserie. I don't want pieces and parts kind of flopping around. And so we do this to kind of keep it all together. I love it. Okay, so chicken's trussed. Trust me, it's trussed. So I'll stick the rotisserie rod through here. And I just drive these beautiful little spikes into my little yard bird. I bring the other guys in from the other side. Try not to cut a hole in your trussing thingies, silicone trussing thingies. Get him on here like this, push him together. It's a pretty good looking bird so far. And then he'll just turn on the rotisserie like that. I want to move the whole thing more toward the middle. That'll work. Okay. Now, I need a little olive oil, salt, and pepper on him, and a couple other little seasons. So I'm going to put him in here so I can season him up without messing up my counter. I'm going to go ahead and take off the gloves because I'm not handling the bird no more. Okay, so we've got our bird in the rotisserie. To be honest with you, I'm pretty excited to be using this rotisserie something because it's also a good toaster oven, and we make English muffins and sandwiches and all that stuff in there all the time. So that should take around an hour. That looks pretty good, doesn't it, y'all? Yes, it does. Okay, here we go. We'll reach in and we'll grab them. That looks pretty yummy, y'all. Doesn't that look good? Alright, now we'll let him cool for a little bit while we do the rest. Okay, our chicken's done. It's out of the rotisserie. It's cooling off a little bit, so now it's time to prep the veggies. So for this we're going to need, I think you can see this, 4 cloves of garlic, a poblano pepper, got a jalapeno, a big old fat onion, got some cilantro, a couple limes. So we're going to start dicing and slicing and getting stuff ready to go. We're going to saute up these veggies and then add some spices. We got some cumin, chili powder, coriander, salt, pepper, and garlic. So we're going to go ahead and cut these things up. Let's see how it goes. We'll start with the jalapeno because that's a spicy jalapeno. Okay. It's bound to happen when you're cutting onions. You end up crying when onions fight back. I'm almost done. Like, I'm just going to try to power through it. But my gosh. Like, God gave onions quite a good self-defense tool. Okay, so all the veggies are cut. And got a pan heating up here. We're going to put some olive oil in. And then I'm going to go ahead and add these veggies. You can see in here in the veggies I have both peppers, the onion, and the garlic all minced up. And so we're going to add this thing to the pan. And we're going to let these simmer for about 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes we're going to add our spices, which is about a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon and a half of coriander, and then we have some salt and pepper. And we're going to add that to these and let them simmer up and get a good kind of coating on the veggies after we've let them saute down a little bit. Then we'll start adding our broth and everything, and then our beans, and then our chicken. So things are starting to happen here pretty quickly. Okay, so come on over here and check out our veggies. They're looking pretty good in there. I'm going to go ahead and just add our spice mix in and toss those together. We'll let this cook for a couple minutes to kind of toast the spices, because I know you always want to toast your spices as much as you can. It makes them taste super yummy. I mean, super yummy is actually a culinary word. We were watching Top Chef or something the other day, and they said soigné. I don't know what that means, but we're making to make this soigné. So you take yourself a lime, right? You roll it down, get it all good and squishy inside, so it's making a lot of juice on itself, right? Roll it around a bit. That's good. Looks good. I'm going to take another one too. I'm going to do the same one so I don't have to go back and do that part. Steak. Roll this around real nice and good. I can feel them starting to get squishy. That's what you like. All right. I'm going to slice him. I'm gonna put him in here in my lime juice masher. There we go. Little lime juice mash here. I got this handy dandy lid. Use a southern term, you just mash hell out of it for a few minutes, a few seconds. And it comes out. You pretty much juiced yourself half a lime. We'll do that for both of these. I'll add that juice to this broth we got going, this stock over here. And I'm not even going to use the masher lid. I'm just going to use my hands. Boom. All right, one more to go. And then we'll add them in there. A little salt and pepper into the sauce too, in the broth. And then it'll be time to add beans. And while the beans are simmering down, I'm going to pull this chicken. Becky just got her a message. Either that or every time I say chicken, you get a ding. Chicken. Nope, it was a message. Okay. So, get this thing finished juicing out real good. I'm going to add that into our sauce over here, our broth. Boom. More to come. Stay tuned. Okay, so the chicken and cilantro are ready to go into the broth here. Truth is, chicken's already cooked. Cilantro doesn't really need cook time, so I don't need to leave this in here for too long. I'm just going to stir it in here together and give it, I don't know, 5 or 10 more minutes, basically until the chicken's hot again. Is really all it needs to go. But that's looking really freaking yummy. And I'm going to serve it with a little bit of sour cream and some of those tortilla strips. So we'll be back in a minute. Well, there it is. What do you think about that? That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? Smells amazing. We're getting ready to put it into some bowls and give it a try. So. Okay, so we brought over our test kitchen test dummy, our crash test dummy Alan, to try the soup, or sorry, chili. So Alan, tell us what you think. I've had a bowl.
Oh God, it smells amazing.
Oh, did you give him some of that?
Mm-hmm.
Those little crispies.
That's good.
He seems to like it.
Oh God, that is good.
Try that chicken skin.
You made this?
I did make this, yeah.
Oh my Lord, you rock.
So do we get another thumbs up? I give it like a thumbs 3/4.
Oh no, no. That's good.
I give a thumbs up.
So there we go. Another victory.
Woohoo!
Like, comment, share, subscribe.